again to Master Bridge, the individual contest featuring 8 expert players who partner each other in turn. Today's program brings the tournament to the halfway stage. In the lead for the first prize are Martin Hoffman and Jeremy Flint with 18 points. Rixi Markus is just 2 points behind, and she's followed by Omar Sharif and Robert Sheehan with 14 points. Next come Irving Rose and Jane Priday with 12 and Zia Mahmood with 8. And here to aid and abet me as usual is Sammy Kehela. Sammy, the quality of the play seems to have been improving as the contest carries on.
I think the reason for that, Nicola, is that the players have now adjusted to the conditions of the tournament. All the players, including Zia, can still win the first prize of £5,000, the second prize of £2,000, or the brilliancy prize of £1,000. Now let's see how they tackle the problem in today's hands. The dealer is West, Omar Sharif, playing with Jeremy Flint against Rixi Markus North and Zia Mahmood South.
One heart.
Pass.
Stop. Restart.
Jeremy jump shifts to indicate that he's got a hand good enough to reach at least a game and possibly a slam. He intends to support his partner's hearts at a subsequent stage.
3 no trump.
Well, Zia is taking advantage of the vulnerability and has put a monkey wrench into the works.
Pass.
Rixi knows that her partner is asking her to bid a suit, but she's not going to unless she's doubled. Zia's 3-no trump here is obviously not natural. It is a variation of the unusual no trump, telling his partner that he has lengthened the 2 unbid suits, spades and diamonds.
Stop. 6 hearts.
Jeremy Flint makes a slam try of 6 hearts. That is, he's attempting to score a slam.
Is that what they call fast arrival,
Yes.
Sammy?
That's
Pass.
Rixi makes a disciplined pass, where many would double.
Jack of spades. Well, he's probably saying to himself, all the suits look solid except for trumps. He doesn't have any spade losers. He doesn't have any diamond losers because he has ace and king in both of those. And the clubs look good.
So he must recognize that the problem of the hand is in the trump suit, and what can he do about it? If South has all the 4 trumps, he can actually avoid losing more than 1 trick, but that is unlikely on the bidding.
More. The 2 of spades.
So he's reduced to playing north for the 4 trumps, for the lengthened trumps.
King of spades.
The moment of truth now. If he needs a small heart, I think he'd be in pretty good position.
If the trumps break 3-1 or 2-2, there are no problems. So the expert turns his mind to the possibility of a 4-0 break. He can afford to play a small heart towards Dummy's queen to find out. If South has all 4, Dummy has enough entries to lead through the 10-9-7 and allow them to be taken by the Ace-Jack-8. Should North have all 4 trumps, the Queen of Hearts will hold the first trick. And now Declarer needs a bit of luck. He has to eliminate all the side suits, hoping for an even distribution, 3 top clubs, 2 top diamonds and a ruff, ace of spades and a ruff. And then with both himself and North reduced to 3 cards, a low trump throws North in and forces him to concede the last 2 tricks.
Ace of hearts.
Oh, Omar.
2 of hearts. 3 of spades.
I think that was a fatal play, as the cards lie. If he had played a small heart initially, I think he could have eliminated the other suits
Six of diamonds.
and then end played North. That is, gave the lead to North in hearts where she had nothing left
Three of diamonds.
except trumps to lead into his ace knave.
I mean, he has to be very unlucky to go
Yes,
down,
yes,
but all
indeed,
4 trumps are
indeed.
in one hand.
Indeed, the contract is
Four of
eminently
spades.
reasonable.
Five of spades.
Perhaps he gave it inadequate thought. He's usually the most careful of players, but sometimes even careful players err.
Seven of spades. Queen of spades. Three of hearts.
Well, he's just going through the motions now.
Ace of diamonds. Five. Ten. Jack of diamonds. Four of hearts. Nine. Ace of clubs. Nine.
Rixi's making sure she or Zia don't revoke. It's the only thing that will give Omar his slam.
King of clubs. Jack. Six.
Zia's trying to confuse Omar on the
Queen of
count,
clubs.
but not realizing that there's nothing left for the player to do.
Small clubs. Four down.
Now, if Omar had the 9 of hearts, he'd have made it in this position. He would have left with the Jack 9 and 1 heart, and he would have ruffed with the Jack of hearts, and off would have been end played.
I thought he played beautifully. He has a nine of hearts now. He played beautifully.
An unlucky hand for East-West,
He played low hearts.
who bid 6 hearts, went down against the foul trump break, and lose 100 points. So Rixi and Zia
That's safe.
are plus 100.
It's not safe. The king there. But with the king there, what is he had there? Only if I rough it.
And they're certainly in a good position to win the board.
I'm sure Omar will be disappointed by that result. He will expect Irving Rose and Jane Priday at the other table to reach the same contract. The question is, will they make it? Let's see.
The dealer is West, Irving Rose, playing with Jane Priday, against Robert Sheehan North and Martin Hoffman South.
One heart. Pass.
At this stage in the other room, Flint made the same bid of 3 clubs.
Pass.
Zia, on
Three no
Martin's hand, in fact, with 3 no
Pass.
trump to indicate a sacrifice. Here, West bids 3 no trump to indicate that he has a balanced hand. The question now is 4 hearts enough on Jane's hand, or
Well,
should she do something else?
I think it is. I think 4 hearts is enough now, and that the West hand, Irving's hand, who has 5 trumps, a couple of aces, and a spade control, will continue over 4 hearts.
I guess that if East bids 4, I would guess that if East bids only 4 hearts, West will pass.
No, West won't pass with all those controls.
Pass.
Ten P says he bid 4 spades.
No gambling on this show or anything.
He has a 5th heart he might not have had.
Four no trump.
Ah.
Pass. Pass.
That was the good old Blackwood, wasn't
Yes,
it,
it was,
Sammy?
yes.
How many aces have you
And-
got? 5 hearts, I've got 2.
There are so many variations of Blackwood now that it's refreshing to see somebody play Blackwood as it was
Six
invented.
Pass. Pass. Jack spades.
totally uncharacteristic
Yes.
play.
He,
Yes, this is an unsafe safety play, it seems to me. It
Yes.
certainly gains against South having 4 hearts, but he
but
could
what
have done
about
that.
North? Yes.
He could have done that just as well by leading low to the queen. I don't think he gave this hand sufficient thought. Played much too fast. There's nothing much left to the play here. The player has 2 hearts to lose, and he's solid in all the other suits, so he's going to be 1 down.
And this is a tied board.
Yes. Irving is kicking himself because I think he's seen the error that he has committed. He can claim for 1 down now. Tying the result obtained by Omar Sharif and Flint in the other room. Sharif went down in 6 hearts, as did Rose, so it's a tie board. Each of the 8 players scoring 1 point.
How many diamonds you have? 3 diamonds? I suppose it's a double diamond they've made it to make, you see. You play low hard to the queen.
Martin's right, as we've seen. Perhaps the next board will give Omar and Irving a chance to redeem themselves. The dealer is South. Zia Mahmood playing with Rixi Markus against Jeremy Flint East and Omar Sharif West. North-South are vulnerable. This is certainly an exciting looking hand.
Could be 3 hearts.
Zia has decided to open only 3 hearts, which I suppose playing with Rixi, it's enough. It is really enough simply to bid your own cards. Rixi's quite capable of bidding her own, at least. Omar now has a problem. He wants to make a bid to force his partner to bid a suit. 4 hearts. Well, that has some dangers because
It would suggest spades here,
Spades
wouldn't
as well,
it, Sammy?
yes.
Wouldn't it have been better if
it might have been better to bid 4-no
four
trump,
no
to
trump?
emphasize that he was interested in the minors, except he wasn't. Could he be sure his partner would not read that as backward? It is an inexperienced partnership in the sense that they haven't played together before.
Now Omar has given Jeremy the impression he's got spades.
Jeremy thinks to himself, what is that? Does he have a 1-suited hand with diamonds? Or is he making a cubid of the ace of diamonds in support of spades?
You see, had he... Oh,
Uh-huh.
he's done well in some ways.
In the event, I don't think, unless Rixi leads a club, Omar will make 13 tricks in no time at all.
She's a bit of a witch, really. She's found this club lead. Now, I bet Zia was wishing he'd doubled, except for he sees 3 trumps, 3 hearts on the table.
Omar's unhappy with the dummy, but he'd be less unhappy.
4 of diamonds.
He's less unhappy now that the club has been roughed.
All is well. When Omar bids a contract, he's going to make it. He has a trump also to spare.
Because I knew it was meant to be in 7 that would have to double. 7 of diamonds.
Zia tries a hopeful heart, but there is no tricks in that quarter.
2.
The player draws the trumps. Well, I think that Every did rather well on this hand. East-West got to a slam in spite of the interference. 7 would have been difficult to reach with the foreknowledge that you're going to make it. And I think Rixi did exceptionally well to lead a club, even though her partner did not double for an unusual
How many
lead.
spades you have? 5
She
or 6?
still felt that was the best chance to defeat the contract.
The question is, will a small slam be good enough? We'll soon find out.
The dealer is Martin Hoffman in the south seat, playing with Robert Sheehan against Jane Priday East and Irving Rose West.
Stop. 3 hearts.
Same start as the other room. There are some people who would bid 4 hearts with that hand, but 3 hearts is the orthodox number of hearts to bid at the prevailing vulnerability. That is north-south vulnerable and east-west not. At this stage in the other room, Omar Sharif bid 4 hearts.
Well, I think Irving here might bid 4 no trumps.
To emphasize that he would like his partner to bid a minor suit, yes. The question is, might his partner consider that to be blackwood?
Well, that's obviously what he's weighing
Yes.
up.
It's uncharted territory.
4 hearts.
Same bid as Omar found in the other room.
No.
Pass.
In the other room, Rixi doubled with the north cards. And east bid 5 spades and west bid 6 diamonds.
5 spades looks like a limit bid, doesn't it, here?
Yes. Now she bid 6 spades. If she bid 6 spades, what will West do? He probably have to correct that. But I think 5 spades is quite right, Nicola. I think 5 spades is the value bid. And certainly if West does have spades, support, he's not going to bid less than 6. In any event, it doesn't seem as clear to Jane as it is to us.
The danger with bidding 5 spades is that she might be suggesting a better suit than king, queen, nothing to 5.
Yes. And would 5 spades be forcing if a partner has a spades? I suppose it would have to be by the logic of the situation.
I think decisions at the 5 level are the most difficult in the game anyhow.
Well, she has decided that her partner has a 2-suiter including spades because he did not bid 4 no trump. Now Irving is wondering whether Jane has bid 6 spades on an independent spade suit or whether she's expecting spade support from him. If he bids 7 diamonds, that can go down on an initial club lead. And if he bids 7 clubs, which is highly unlikely, it remains to be seen whether he can...
I think the bid that's he's thinking about is bidding 7 clubs, hoping that she'll read.
Him to have a 2-suit. Aha,
He has.
good bid.
Pass.
Oh, well,
Well,
they've got there.
They've landed on their feet, not necessarily in the way that we would have expected, but
Never
certainly
mind.
the contract is very reasonable. Sheehan looks slightly outraged that the opponent can contract for a
Ace
grand
heart.
slam when his partner's made a bid. He has an ace and 5 trumps. But notice he didn't double. This is the best lead for the defense. The player is going to rough, play 1 round of trump, and then start thinking. Very hard.
Heaves a sigh of relief as he sees the dummy.
Well, you play a high club, then he can make the contract by cashing a spade
Jack.
and running the
Double.
diamonds.
Small. 7 hearts.
Now he knows everything. Once he sees the foul trump break, he needs a little luck. Since he can't draw all North's trumps, he must reach a position where dummy's trumps can overruff North's. He has to run all his diamonds, hoping that North has two, discarding spades from dummy if North does not ruff in. But since he can only discard 4 of dummy's spades, he must cash 1 high spade before embarking on the diamonds. If North ruffs in at any stage, dummy overruffs and declares simply draws trumps. If he refuses to ruff, we come down to this 4-card ending. And as you can see, North's trump length is useless against the lead of declarer's last spade.
3 of spades. 4.
Splendid
King.
start. Now he can just run the diamonds through North. As soon as North ruffs, he overruffs, gets back to his hand and claims.
It's a pretty hand.
Small diamond.
Sorry?
Small diamond. Great. King of diamonds. Great.
6. 4.
He certainly found the winning line.
Do you think he heard our commentary?
Queen of diamonds.
Now it's Sheehan's turn to ponder. He knows what's happening to him, and he's just wondering if he can do anything about it. He says to himself, well, what if I ruff? If he overruffs, overruff and draw trumps. If he discards his spades, that's no good either.
In fact, Irving has
Irving has played, has he? Yes, quite right. Well, 1,000 points for a non-vulnerable Grand Slam, 300 points for the game bonus, and 140 points for the trick score. A total of 1,440, easily beating Omar Sharif's and Jeremy Flint's 920 for the 6-diamond contract.
Irving, you did jolly well to bid 7 clubs on the last hand. Out of interest, why didn't you bid 7 diamonds with ace, king, queen, jack to 6?
Well, when I bid 4 hearts, my partner knew I had a game forcing hand. It's possible, in fact more than likely, that my partner's spades are not that good. Now, if they're not that good and she has 4 clubs, all her spades will go away on my diamonds if she has 4 clubs. When I bid 7 clubs, my partner knows that I have a 2-suited hand between clubs and diamonds. So there's no danger of me playing 7 clubs opposite a singleton club. I really wanted, the ideal hand for me would have been bad spades and 4 clubs. And now her spades will go away on my diamonds. That was the real reason I bid 7 clubs.
But having reached 7 clubs, you seem to take no time at all to make it. Was it that easy?
Well, 7 contracts are the easiest contracts to play in the book, that's a fact. I mean, the little 2-spade contracts, you've got to fiddle away and mess around with them. But 7 contracts was generally only 1 line, and the hand on my left needed to have 1 spade, and it needed to have 2 diamonds. Once it's got, that's all it needed to have. I could just lay the cards down on the table. Wasn't difficult.
Well, I think you're underestimating the difficulty of the hand, because Sammy and I were very impressed at the time how quickly you played it and summed it out.
Well, anyway, put it this way, that I like playing 7 contracts. That's the best way.
Thank you very much, Irving.
So 3 points for Irving Rose on that session. And also, of course, for Jane Priday, Rixi Markus, and Zia Mahmood, which restores Rixi as joint leader on 19 points with Jeremy Flint and Martin Hoffman, followed by Irving, Jane, Omar, and Robert Sheehan all on 15 points, and Zia on 11.
Well, those were 2 exciting hands. But that's all from Master Bridge this time. Don't forget to join us for the next session. Goodbye for now.